Grand Rising Tribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As we have been doing for the past couple of videos, we're going to take a pause coming into this video, getting centered and anchored into the body and letting go whatever you were coming out of into this, or if you have things to go do after it, whatever, just take a moment to pause. All right. So, hello everyone. My name is Jen. This is the Rise Report for January 14th through the 21st, 2026. My name is Jen and I am head mistress here at Rise Innerversity. Hello, Peter. Grand Rising, hun. And I help spiritual entrepreneurs stop complicating their businesses and really start putting in strategies so that they can start making real money. And there's several different ways that we can do that inside of Rise University that I hope you can stick around and find out. But the purpose of these videos is to really give you guys a forecast of what is to come in the weeks, okay? So inside of Rise University, we do a lot of work with the energetic cycles through astrology and human design. I primarily focus on the full and new moons. Also where the sun is in your chart. I do touch on the other transits that are going to impact us as a collective, but that's what I primarily focus on. And with these moon transits, they're really going to affect your life and your business when you start to put them in play. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in it because we have a lot of things energetically that is going on. I like to speak about my own personal experience, what I'm witnessing, what really got me into astrology and human design, but really paying attention to the moon and the sun cycles was that I intuitively knew what was going on in the sky before I was checking it. So even when I was checking it, it was also mirroring what was happening in my real life. And I don't know about you, but lately I have been, the theme that's coming up in my life is comfort. Okay. And with that comfort, it's also, just being prepared. If you haven't taken, I'm pretty sure you have taken a look at the dumpster fire that we are currently in the collective. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world, but I'm based here in the United States. There's a lot of shit going down and it's all coming in all sorts of different ways. And if you are a light warrior, a healer, a conscious entrepreneur, if you are here, intuitively and deep in your soul, you're here for a change. I have a firm belief that this is going to be the year that these changes are going to be actually rolling out on the collective. Okay. We have been doing all this work behind the scenes. Over the past years, I've been doing it, I'm in my 8th or 9th year now since my spiritual awakening. But yes, we're going to start seeing all that hard work really manifest on the forefront in the collective. And so Spirit has been telling me to just get prepared. Now, my spiritual team, and I only channel Source, which is I call Papa. That is the connection that I have made. Any of you guys who have seen, oh gosh, the movie was right there and it fucking menopause brain. Take it. The Shack. If anyone has ever seen The Shack, I was calling my higher guidance, creator, Papa, and then I saw that in the movie. So there was like a little connection. This is the third time they have said for you to really start getting prepared, and just look at what it is that you have. Now, 2 times in my life, things have actually gone down. the last shutdown was one of them. I didn't have to leave my house. We got shut down and it didn't affect me because I could go grocery shopping inside. Just start getting prepared. Get your ducks in a row. If you are wanting to make investments and you're on the fence, this is a great prime time for you to get in before shit really starts taking off, which we're already starting to see that. If you need grocery supplies, whatever it is to make yourself feel comfortable, in comfort, that when things start to, we're already seeing them play out on the world stage, that you're just prepared. Okay. There used to be a story I remember when I was younger about two animals. I know one was a squirrel and I can't remember what the other one was, but the squirrel was busy all summer long preparing, storing its nuts, getting ready for winter, and the other animal, I can't remember what it was not. Here comes winter. It doesn't have any shelter. It doesn't have any food. It doesn't have anything that it needs, and the squirrel is what ends up sharing what it prepared for. So, just kind of keep that in mind. Always, I don't have any expectations on anything that happens, but the people who know me personally know that, they can come to me, and that's all in my human design as well. I'm on the incarnation cross of dominion. So, and I'm a manifester. Pulling that back into what is happening this week and how you can really apply it to your life and to your business. So this is a pivotal week. We're coming into a new moon that's going to be happening on Sunday. I'm here in the United States, so make sure you're checking where your time zone is if you want to calculate the exact time. But the new moon is going to be in Capricorn, and Capricorn is all about it is the business. It is the matrix. It is the structure. It is, if you do have a spiritual business, this is a great time for you to start doing that review. I don't believe in the Gregorian New Year. It's not a new year. The new year astrologically does not happen until we hit Aries season. Right after this new moon, we're going to hit Aquarius season. So we still got like 2 more signs to go through, guys. So you're just into fourth quarter, but entering into this fourth quarter, if you're going to be operating your business at, through astrology, make sure that this new moon in Capricorn is a great time to review what's working, what's not, what do you want to let go? What do you want to tweak? What vision are you trying to achieve? Most people don't even know what vision, where they're going in their business. And that's what we really start to focus on inside of Rise, is because regardless of whatever you do, who's ever mastermind, whatever YouTube video, I'm pretty sure you have an arsenal of how-tos behind the scenes, but you're either jumping coaches, you're jumping programs, you're learning this, that, because there's something that is keeping you stuck. It's not that you need another how-to. You're wondering why things are not working. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a vision, if you haven't laid that out, then when you go back to review, it's going to be hard for you to know what you need to keep and what you don't. This is a great learning lesson for me, because before I really understood who I was, what I was here to do, I was working myself to death, and I ended up burning myself out and resenting a lot of my business, resenting being a manifester, resenting my visions coming in. It would give me PTSD, and I would react in a survival mechanism. And until I got off that hamster wheel and really started to get clear on why that was, which I'm coming out with a fucking awesome class that will help you tackle all of this if you resonate with this. I'm able to see where I'm going. Are the pieces being moved? Is it that I need to put my reticular activating system on high alert for in this upcoming cycle? Okay. A lot of times We burn energy out. We spin the wheels on things that we should not really be working on. And for the sake of being busy, you think you're moving the needle, but you're really not. It's like you're just burning your tires in the mud and you're spinning and you're not going anywhere. So coming into this weekend on Sunday, there is a powerful new moon that's going to be happening in Cancer. Now, if you are a member of Rise Innerversity, if you're part of the Earth Keepers Guild, your integration packs have been uploaded. So twice a cycle, moon cycle, you get an integration pack to help integrate this information into wherever it's happening. If you just want to focus on the theme of what the new moon or the full moon is, or even if you want to dig deeper and look at where that's impacting you in your chart, because that will highlight a theme that you need to either focus on, you need to either you manifest on a new moon, or you need to clear on a full moon. Okay. So we're doing both. We're helping you manifest, you getting clear, setting that solid foundation and, keeping that fire going. This is where another reason where I see a lot of people who are working with the law of attraction, why it's not quite working with them is a couple of reasons. One has a lot to do with they're not aware that they're operating in the three forms of magic realm. Okay, you are the magician. You have all three running simultaneously, white, black, and red. And then also they'll manifest something and they'll throw it out there and then they won't come back to it. So why we do the integration packs and why we work with the new and the full moon is that you're lighting that fire and you're keeping that fire lit by going through every, cycle, working with that particular moon to help keep that fire lit. Like if you're in a tribe and you get that fire going after all that hard work, you're not just going to walk away. But I see many people doing that when it comes to working with the cycles or manifestation or, any type of working with the law of attraction, becoming an alchemist. Like you really need to tend your fires, guys. And that's exactly what it is that we help you do through the integration packets. And, you can get all that information inside of Rise Innerversity. So that has been released, but to kind of give you an idea of like what is going on with this cycle, this new moon, Capricorn, it's structure, it's discipline, it's the responsibility. It's really foundational. It's an earth sign. So we're talking tangible things, materials, the outside, money, authority, building something that lasts, establishing roots for your legacy energy, guys. This is like, you're not just going to get clear on your purpose. If you are a light warrior, what are you stamping this incarnation with? How are you impacting? What are you leaving? What do you want people to say about you on your deathbed? If you struggle, this is an exercise. If you struggle with that, one thing that you can do, okay, is here's a lesson in working with the little black magic realm, because some of you may get triggered by this, but write your eulogy. Write your obituary. Write your own in the way of how you want to be remembered. Now, if you have a hard time thinking about things on your deathbed or death in general, like that's just something to look at. Okay. So, when I did that, I was like, okay, this is the legacy that I want to leave in this incarnation. And also, when you're doing that, ask yourself, is it a personal goal that you're having, or is that a collective goal as well? Because I have several different goals. It just depends on what area of life. What this new moon, what you could possibly feel, what, could be coming up is, you're more serious about things. I feel like that is really starting to show in the collective with what's happening on the world stage. That, mind you guys, there are so many different psyops that are running right now. Like, my personal opinion, just shut the news off. Shut any account that's regurgitating the news off, because I don't think any of them actually have the full story of what's truly transpiring. So don't take everything that you're seeing as serious. If you guys really want to know what's being played out on the world stage, just go study psychological marketing. Okay? All of it, because that's all it is. Like, when you understand the psychology and the different types of marketing and how they present the information, you're going to be able to see through this psyop at the end of the day, because all news media, all social media, all of that, whether it is a business, okay? You are the cash crop, whether that's you're investing your money, your time, your energies, your emotion, they're pulling on it all. So just be mindful of that. People are taking things a little bit more seriously than things that are, at play. It's good to kind of know what's going on in the collective, but I'm being very cautious of, when I have that emotional reaction and I'm being pulled. Like, okay, I need to pull that back because I'm getting emotionally invested. And believe me, I can. I had to get off Facebook, social media in general this morning, because I wanted to reply to some things, but it had hit me emotionally. And I know when I do that, it's not going to come out right, because I have Mercury in Aries. So it's going to be very blunt and to the point, and I can sound like a Karen too. And that's not my intention. My intention is that the more we start to look at the higher timeline, see things from a massive aerial view, and we all get up from the table. Again, we all get up from the table and say, it's not left versus right. It's not us and them. There are more of us than of them. And believe me, at the end of the day, they are scared for us to find that out. If we all stood up from the table, game over. But we can't do that because we want to bicker about whatever the latest psyop is playing at now. And I'm not dismissing. I don't agree with a lot of what's going on. But again, they still want to pull on your strings. So I'm just going to say that note on that. My job here is to make sure you guys are setting a solid foundation. Okay. That's my purpose. All right. So how to frame this if you're going to be working with this new moon. This is not a wish list moon, okay? It's foundational setting. So if you guys are writing out I want to manifest, $1 billion. Stop that, because it's not going to work. I can tell you that. If you're wanting to manifest $1 million, what I do with my manifestations, I apply the Eisenhower matrix method. If you don't know what that is, I'll break it down. President Eisenhower used this. You can use this if you have a lot of stuff on your to-do list. It really gives you an aerial view of what's going on and where you say you're going to do something and then where you can delegate. So I use this for manifesting. I did this for my 10K month, or not 10K months, for my business to hit 6 figures. Okay. Last year I had 2 businesses hit 6 figures. One's with a partner. So that wasn't just by myself, but I did one personally. And, On my manifestation list, what I did was I broke it down. I reverse engineered. If you want $1 million within a year, then you need to reverse engineer from this point to next year. So you're in the future. You need to reverse engineer what it's going to take to do that. All right. And that's going to give you, if you're thorough, it's going to give you a long fucking list, all right? Whether that's offering a new service, putting a new product out, launching a coaching program, a membership, whatever that is. But you're going to need to calculate what your price is and how many people you need in that program. So when you get all that information down, you can then apply the Eisenhower matrix to it and break it down into quadrants of like, this is what I need to do. I need to start this right now to get this vision going. Here's the things that I can either break down in a monthly. That's not, that's a project. That's not a task. A lot of you people put tasks, your projects as a task to do, like building a website. That one thing, anyone who's built a website knows has so many freaking tasks underneath that. So it's kind of getting clear what is a task, what is a project, what it is that you need to do to break down to get to that goal. And then what can you delegate out? What can you delegate? What are you adding to your to-do list that shouldn't be there in the first place that somebody else can do? You could outsource. You could put at a later date. It's not a fire action. It's, pending, may get to. And then also what shouldn't be on that list at all. That was a big one for me. That whole quadrant was massive. So this is all Capricornic energy. You see me spit it out. And believe me, my business, my business inside of Rise Innerversity, I'm working on getting the Earth Keepers Guild up and running right now. There will be the Sacred Success Academy that's going to be launching later this year will teach you guys at a deeper level how to do all this. So I'm very, very structured and organized about things behind the scenes. So I'm going to be letting you guys what works. But that is, applying the Eisenhower matrix and then taking that information and writing my success plan and using my morning ritual that I did, as well as working with the 3 forms of magic, is what I put into the Root Solution 3-part series that I'm going to be releasing next Monday for you guys. It's going to be free. That is the solid foundation that pivots off of anything that I teach inside of Rise. It is the number one thing that as soon as you go through that class, you're going to have so many aha epiphany moments where you're going to see why things did not work before, where you're self-sabotaging, standing in your way, spinning your wheels. All of that is going to be in that class. But just by doing the Eisenhower matrix, being honest with myself and seeing why nothing worked before, and getting clear, writing a success plan, and doing my morning ritual, game fucking changer, guys, is all I have to say. Coming from someone who, just being independent on her own was a big deal. Okay. But, yeah. So anyways, that's all in the class. I'm not going to do it here. I will be posting information about that. I'm still working on the landing page for it. So that should be posted. It's the introduction to Rise Innerversity. So it's perfect coming out from this full moon. or not full moon, this new moon in Capricorn, then transiting into the sign of Aquarius, which is going to be really big because we're going from structure, earth, into air. And Aquarius is innovative. All right. It's out of the box. It's alien. It is revolutionary. Okay. Aquarius, it can be very technical. I guess the reason we're starting to see AI take off, and I have my pros and cons of AI. I do utilize AI, but I have it help me in my business. I don't allow it to think for me. However, that's why we're starting to see this technical stuff come up, and we are transiting into the age of Aquarius. And I can say that right now we're probably seeing and experiencing this transiting. Okay. That's why it's really important to look and see what's going on in your chart when it comes to the sun and the moon, because the moon's going to rule your emotions. It's going to, play, on a lot of things, because all these outer planets are transiting from Pisces into Aquarius. And so some of us have never experienced that, and we'll never experience it again in our lifetime. Some of us have never on this planet, but historically, when you follow astrology, this is revolutionary energy. So what is playing out in the collective is going to also impact and influence others. So that's a massive, coming from a new moon in Capricorn into an Aquarius transit sign. That's what we're going to be focusing on. And you're going to feel it. So, great time for you to kind of slow down this weekend. Just kind of reevaluate, see where you're at, what's going on. Okay. Where do you want to restructure? Where do you want to set, long-term goals? Where do you want to set short, realistic goals? All right. Because a lot's going to change. I would just focus on a year at a time, guys, because we are in that rapid change so much. Like, I feel, I was talking to a friend last night, and I've been on this journey of watching things play out in the collective, that there have been moments where my hope has gotten up. Okay. And then it has been deflated because my soul knows that something major is going to happen. And I don't think that the last shutdown, that was a tipping point when that started to happen. Like I said, my higher guidance had been telling me to stockpile. And when the toilet paper thing hit, guys, like I don't even know how many. I already stocked up. Okay. So I didn't have to go to the store. That's what my spiritual team was getting me ready for. So there have been moments going back to that I've been up and down. I think it's going to happen. This is it. This is it. And it wasn't it. So, I do feel like this is not a drill though. And many of the other people, intuitives, astrologers, tarot readers, all of them are tapping into this energy as well. And I'm pretty sure if you tap into your higher self, it's going to tell you that this is something's transiting. And we have to. Historically, we need a change massively on this planet. So as the energy shifts from the sun into Aquarius, which is happening January 19th, innovations, the thoughts may change to innovation, future thinking, different new perspectives, technical, okay, humanitarian. All right. I forgot to mention that with the Aquarius as well. It's very humanitarian. So when you are re-evaluating what your goal is, what legacy you're wanting to leave, ask yourself, is there a humanitarian flavor to it? Rise is transitioning into, or actually putting into place that earn as you learn. Rise has never been about me. I'm here to build an Innerversity. It has always been for the other people. Everything that's inside of it is for you guys. It really has never the whole vision, the downloads, any of it, it's always been for the other people. So I had to ask what is a way that I can give back? I give back to you guys, which is the red magic, the sacrifice. It's giving back. Okay. I am giving you guys back whatever is coming in. The biggest thing that I always hear that I too have had to go through and overcome, which was not fucking easy, guys, is not being able to afford things. And I get it, especially now. It's like your prices are going up, and I don't understand why prices are going up on digital fucking products. Like outside of, you doing an investment, whether that's a personal development, business development, spiritual development, if you are hiring into a coach, program, mentor, that's an investment in itself. I mean, I don't know the number of mine, but I know it's over $100,000 that I've invested in my knowledge that I'm still doing. But that's set aside. Let's talk about all the stuff to run a business. You got your website, your newsletter, project management, where you're doing your graphic design, Canva, all these things just add up. So because of that, that's why we do the earn as you learn. You actually make money by being a member of Rise Innerversity. You guys are making, as of right now, anyone who joins gets 60% commission right off the bat. Now, if you are an affiliate, go out there and tell me how many programs, how many people are even offering 60% affiliate. That's reoccurring. That's lifetime money. So that means that if you come on board and you bring another person on board and it's $55 a month, you're going to make 60% of that every month. That's $33, I believe. $33 right off the bat. Lifetime. As long as that person is a member inside of Rise, you get that reoccurring. Now, how I'm structuring it, how I want it structured, that we're working with the system right now, is that if that person brings on someone else, then you now get an extra 20. So you'll get 80% commission. So my belief and seeing this actually work, that's what I'm teaching in the Root Solution class, of working with the 3 forms of magic, the white magic, your intention, what it is you want to manifest, black magic, your shadow work. It's where you're cock blocking yourself. It's all where the trauma is. It's what other people think, all that other crappy that most people don't want to look at. That's the biggest round of why you're fucking stuck. And then you got the red magic, which people leave out. It's being grateful for what, you're asking for $1 million. Most people, I'm pretty sure the universe, the divine, has given people $1 million and they have not said fucking thank you for that. So you're automatically saying thank you when you look at, like, what are you going to let go? What are you going to sacrifice? What are you going to give back to that? And it's very Aquarian energy. I timed this whole workshop to come out in this particular time because it's something that we really need to look at. So what is it that you're going to be giving back? And that is the way that I give back is through the new business model that I feel is going to happen a lot in the future, with Rise Innerversity. I want to support you because right now, like I said at the very beginning of this video, the world right now needs you. Okay. I know it's very hard to step out when you're not ready. When you are stuck in perfectionism or imposter syndrome or worrying about what other people think or how you look on camera or not good at sales and, oh my God, the tech is overwhelming and whatever other fucking excuse you're coming up with at the moment. It's not you, it's your mind. But right now, you know, if we don't start to put this in play, if you don't start practicing or working and navigating and overcoming those things, those shadows, we don't start to put those things into play, the universe is going to come and do it for you. It's going to put you in a scenario and you may not feel ready then. Okay. So on my bandwagon, going to pull it back. Okay. So, on a human design standpoint, the things that you also might be feeling is, and in the human design transit, what this week is really, it's going to support you in redefining your leadership. Okay, stepping more into an authentic direction. Questioning old rules. Like it's all happening. It's funny when you start to pay attention to what's happening as above, it really plays a part as below. So, really, really, really strong themes around authority, contribution, and purpose-driven actions. I mean, you can see it on, how I'm channeling information and where I'm coming from this week. So, with that said, those are the two major things that are going to be at play coming from this Wednesday into next Wednesday. And starting on Monday, and I will be posting on this social media platform and in my stories and everywhere, is a way for you guys to sign up to the masterclass or 3-part masterclass that I was talking about. It is called The Root Solution. I don't hold back in my classes. I mean, I have worked really hard on trying to cut my channelings shorter. They don't happen. I don't give you A, B, you gotta hire me for C. You are going to be able to walk away from this training, whether you take another one or not from me, whether you enroll or not, you're going to be able to walk away from this class with a lot of information on why things have may not been working up until this point, how you can tweak and pivot, and how you can really start to work with the universe, because it's not just the law of attraction. You have so many other laws that are at play in this realm that if you're just focusing on the law of attraction, that's why it's not working. And if it is working, it's not working at the full capacity that it could. Okay. I do a lot of, even though let me step back. I am an Aquarius rising, so that's where a lot of the technical side of me comes in. But my, midhaven's in Scorpio, so it's going to be very esoteric at the same time. If you're someone who really enjoys wanting to become the alchemist, you, are witchy or woo-woo behind the scenes, you want to start applying hermetic principles, but sometimes that can go a little over your head because no one's really cut it down and made it simple. That's what I like to do. So I don't just do the technical business, structure-y, Aquarius kind of thing. A lot of people see me as the technical person. I am very woo-woo and esoteric, always have been behind the scenes. So inside of Rise, I'm giving you the opportunity to experience both worlds. And before I close this off, Rise is not just about me. So there are other gifted, leaders, healers, transformative people that are currently being brought into Rise as well. One of them is watching right now. So, he's got an awesome awesome thing that we're going to be incorporating inside. It's Peter. I'll tag him in the post, but we're going to be working on how to really exit the matrix and just get clear on really reclaiming your sovereignty if you are wanting to set up your business, as far as like understanding what type of jurisdiction it is, what is the good business structure, how to protect your assets, how to protect yourself. Because again, we don't fully know what's going to be happening in the future. So understanding the masterful fucking plan that they have done to fuck humanity is going to just be a game changer, whether you apply the knowledge or not. But kind of understanding all of that does help. And for me, and I know with Peter, we have a little team behind the scenes. It's really this is something that's probably going to go down into a thing that you need to study for it to not happen again, because it's a masterful web. It's spelling is black magic. They have totally incorporated it in there with a certain terminology that you use. So, lots of things are going to be transpiring inside of Rise Innerversity. If you have watched this video, thank you for joining me. And if I said anything that you resonate with, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. I would love to see you inside of Rise Innerversity, in the Earth Keepers Guild. That is our monthly membership. We have 2 group coaching calls that happen inside of there. You get all the online modules that you could possibly need. They are step 1, step 2, so it's easy to navigate. And as soon as you get in there, you also, like I said earlier, get access to the Earn as You Learn, which is right off the bat 60% reoccurring lifetime commission. As long as that member stays a member, you will still get credit for that. And that can help you start to, relieve some of that pressure, because I completely understand that things are, a lot of people are not, are struggling financially. Okay. And even if you are someone who has a lot of fucking wealth, some of the things that we are paying for, again, going on I don't understand why digital programs are upping their prices. I mean, like what's changed there? Cost and goods. There's no like cost and goods. Most of it's probably being operated by AI anyways. So why are you upping your prices? Because everyone else is upping their prices. I mean, it's gotta end somewhere. So we can offer all that inside of Rise Innerversity, as well as a platform to help you grow on that is cost effective, that is pretty much in run with Kajabi if you're someone who has everything in Kajabi. So with that, I'm going to pop off here and let you guys get on with your day. Thank you everyone who has joined. I'm going to drop some information down below if you're interested in getting involved. We go live every Wednesday with these. I typically go live around 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I went live early today because I have an appointment that I need to adjust. So if I don't see you on the inside of Rise Innerversity, I hope to see you on the next live. You guys have a wonderful and beautiful, blessed day. Bye now.